Hello everyone and welcome back to my video series on the Starship Troopers Terran Command Scenario Editor, where I'm going to be showing you how to do certain things inside the scenario editor as well as some common trigger use cases that you might use in your scenario. Today we will be covering a topic requested on my community page, creating a counting objectives, such as an objective to kill a certain number of units or to keep a certain number of units alive. This should be a quicker tutorial, so let's get into it. To start, we'll need to create some objectives and units to go along with those objectives. I'm going to place down 2 tanker bugs for our units to kill, as well as some spitters to show another variation of a kill objective, and a tactical officer to keep alive. Alright, now that we have our units placed down, let's get started with our objectives. So I'm going to create some new objectives here, and they're going to be secondary objectives for this example. So we're going to have 3 objectives. Kill tanker bugs, kill spitter bugs, and keep tactical officer alive. Keep the tactical officer alive. So in order to make secondary objectives, all you have to do is move down these objectives down into the secondary objective zone. Now, remember, with the tactical officer, we made it impossible to make new tactical officers, so we have to keep the one tactical officer alive. Now that we have our objectives, I'm going to disable the display requirement value for the tactical officer, but I'm going to leave it on for the tanker and spitter bugs so we can see how they do. So I'm going to go ahead and disable these at the start of the scenario and enable them once we capture our base. I'm going to go ahead and add that here. All right, now that we're going to be enabling those objectives, we can get going. So let's create a new trigger within our objectives folder. We're going to call this tanker kill objective. We're going to be taking advantage of the condition called condition units count. We're going to define our unit as a tanker bug on the red team, and we're going to do alive equals 0. And in order to make this count towards that objective, we're going to use this section here to select our objective that it's going to count towards. Now that when tankers alive equals 0, we're going to set the objective status for that tanker objective to completed. The next objective we're going to work on is very similar to this one here, except it's going to be for our spitter bugs. So I'm going to create a trigger called spitter kill objective. We're going to use the same exact condition, units count, and then we're going to define our spitter bugs. Now, keep in mind, for this particular objective, I want to count each and every single one of these spitter bugs, not just the squads that they are in. In order to do that, we use the Use Soldier Count button. Now, instead of the objective saying kill 3 spitter bugs, it's going to tell us to kill 15 spitter bugs, so 3 full squads. And then, just like before, we're going to associate it to the kill spitter bugs objective. With that set up, we are now going to make sure that that objective gets completed once that condition is met. There we go. Now, the final trigger we're going to create is keep the tactical officer alive. Now, there are two ways we can define this trigger. The first is we can do unit status for the tactical officer, and if they equal dead, set the outcome or set the objective status to failed. The other way, and so that way you have some freedom on doing some other objective types, is we're going to use unit count again. So if the tactical officer, if the number of tactical officers that are alive equals 0, the keep the tactical officer alive objective will fail. We have our objectives. Let's see how we did. All right, we now have our objectives all set up for kill counters and keep alive counters. Let's see how we did. So we've cleared the initial bug wave. We're going to go ahead and capture this base. I'm going to send my tactical officer over there as well.
Our base is operational,
and they can stay over here a little bit. So we've got our objectives starting here.
We don't have enough supply capacity. Bug attack inbound.
All right, we've got our kill tanker bugs 2, kill spitter bugs 15, and then we've got our keep the tactical officer alive 1. All right, I'm going to go ahead and skip forward from the attack waves here. All right, now that we've taken out the bug waves, we can go ahead and start clearing out some of these secondary objectives. All right, we have completed the objective. All right, we have completed the objective for the spitter bugs. So we've got some hurt troopers because of that, so let's go ahead and heal some of them up. All right, now that all of our units are all healed up and ready to go, we can go ahead and take care of the tanker bugs. What's our tactical officer doing? Well, we failed that objective. And we can see that the keep the tactical officer alive objective has failed. Let's go ahead and make sure we can avenge him.
Rocket team up. Affirmative. Look alive, troopers. We got yes, sir.
A unit has been promoted, sir.
All right, we've killed one tanker bug, so we can see that it's starting to tick down a little bit.
A unit has been promoted, sir.
Listen up.
All right, and we have completed that objective. So let's go ahead and, well, actually, that's about it. So what I have shown you is how to set up some kill and keep alive objectives. So I hope you learned something, and I hope it was helpful, and catch you later in the next one.